Hyperdive Heroes is a podcast for grown-ups with cursing, depicted violence, and unsettling descriptions. Viewer discretion is advised.
We're back. We're doing it again. By popular demand.
Hello. Welcome.
What's up? Hey, it's me. Your Rabble Master, your GM, your unfortunate arbiter in these dark times, Thomas Kirkendall, here to run this magnificent adventure as usual. And I'm joined with my lovely cast of characters who are also here to make my life miserable, and I adore them for it. Who would like to go next?
Well, I am Deja Rude. Everybody knows me as the chaotic one. I'm the person that's constantly glitching through walls and throwing fish at people. I like to jump in and out of inventories and have a great time with my very, very, very cocky and sometimes annoying high school mascot of a person.
That's great. I'm great to learn more about you, but what character are you playing?
Oh, yes, I am playing Chad Ryan. Chad Ryan, the two firstest of names. Fun fact about Chad is he actually really enjoys to play board games with the family. He really loves board game night.
His dad only plays Monopoly, though.
And he hates him for it. Yeah, the worst part is his dad always plays the banker, but he steals the money from the bank account of, like, you know, basically, like, controlling all the money. He's, like, always slipping himself, like, 200s. Because he's a great guy.
He claims it's to make it more realistic, and it's hard to argue with that.
I mean, that's fair.
He says that since he's the bank, he's subsidized by the government.
Wait, Alex, do you want to go next?
Hello, my name is Alexander William Kirkendall, and I will be playing as Robert O'Ryan Bancroft, also known as Rob, initials Rob. Our resident tired British game developer who is absurdly British despite the fact that he is American born and raised, likely due to the fact that his father was very aggressively British in his linguistic cadence.
Yep, that sounds accurate.
They actually sent him to school. They actually sent him to school in the UK and flew him on a plane back and forth every day. For real, though.
Yeah, I can believe that.
They're with their best friend, Mr. Beast's plan.
Yeah, every time I think of your character and, like, envision them in my head, I just think of the dad from Coraline, just, like, super, like, bags under his eyes, just sitting at the computer, like, all hunched over.
Yeah, that wouldn't be too far off, considering this character's backstory. He does not sleep very much. He is in desperate need of a nap.
Like a younger dad from Coraline. Like he's in his early 20s right now.
I mean, he might look like the dad from Coraline just because of the stress.
He's just a hit 25-year-old.
The lack of sleep will do that. What the lack of sleep does to a motherfucker.
He's like, I hit 25 and now I'm 45.
I feel that. I think that
Tristan.
brings us to me, yes. Tristan James Riley. No, I'm Tristan James Riley, and I'm playing Sonny Sullivan Summers, the real-life country bumpkin turned fantastical warden ranger type in this strange virtual world. And
fantasy world.
Fantasy
I think
world.
You mean fantasy.
Yes.
What do you mean virtual? That's so crazy.
Oh yeah, of course. No.
Context clues.
The Matrix.
That's why.
No, fantasy world.
No.
Yeah, and he's ready to go trekking through the wilderness and lead the way.
You're in the metaverse.
Oh no!
And the Shadow Lord removes his hood, and it's Mark Zuckerberg. He's like, welcome to...
We've been zucked!
He's like, welcome to the metaverse. You've been zucked.
Honestly,
Anything but that.
honestly, that would not surprise me.
Why do I feel like if Zuckerberg founded a city, he'd just call it the city of Zuckerberg?
Yeah, I think honestly, if he actually
fit
owned a city, he'd probably
perfectly.
just name it Sweet Baby Ray's barbecue sauce.
What the fuck?
Not sponsored. Okay.
What? He just, always has a bottle just sitting in the background for some reason. It's not weird. Don't look at it.
Okay.
He likes to get lost in the
Facts.
sauce.
Okay, well, now that we're back, let's just dive right on into it. So, last time all of you did battle in the city streets of the capital city of Reverie against skeletons that were shot from these coffins from this hovering airship, where you met the three primary generals of the Shadow Lord: Skeletron, the Sky Pirate King; Chaos, the Beast; and Nyx, the Necrodancer. There was a short conversation in which Chad was able to use his weird, glitchy, magical powers to deflect a rocket into the ship, which sent it careening away, with Skeletron shaking his fist, claiming that you would fight another day. And as you all watched the ship fly off, you were all approached by a golden-armored man with a long flowing cloak and long golden locks and the most beautiful square jaw and glowing sort of blue eyes, as approached you, and as he looks to all of you, as he greeted all of you. And you all are standing in the city street facing this man as he looks towards you all, and he says,
Well, you must be the heroes that the princess was talking about.
Why? Why is he talking like that?
Talking like what?
I don't know.
That's
Sounds kind of familiar. Who are you,
Yes.
mister?
You seem awfully calm considering the situation, sir.
I'm often calm in all situations.
So are we just surrounded by fire and screaming chaos as civilians are running back and forth trying to save the town?
There's a lot of smoke and debris, to be sure. A lot of the people are sort of milling around on the sidelines. I kind of had a little bit of a crowd kind of staring at you guys, kind of in awe, after the cool things you did. But it's pretty quiet, actually. The man in front of you, this beautiful romance novel looking guy, he has a symbol on the front of his beautiful armor, in front of the sort of this golden white chest plate. You see what appears to be a symbol of what looks like almost like a pot, or like a teapot or something like that, with a couple lines rising up from heat lines. So he's got almost like what looks like.
Is it the Java logo?
No.
Was it the insignia of Reverie?
No,
Is
it's not the double AM weird mountain symbol.
Okay.
But it's this it looks like a pot, with some heat coming off of it,
Wow.
a teapot.
So it wouldn't happen to look at all like a coffee cup, an abstract coffee cup made of different.
No, it's an
semicircles?
it's an abstract teapot. It's an abstract
Yeah.
teapot.
okay.
Right. So you must be Java, I assume.
That's right. I'm a Java the coffee nut.
Java. Wait,
Right.
did you just say Java the Coffee Knight?
Yeah. What else would you think I was saying?
That's
Right.
Yep.
Well,
yep. I'm flabbergasted. That's a name.
Known as the guardian of the nation.
okay.
Could you get me a cup of coffee then? Cause I could use one.
Oh, for sure.
He reaches up his hand and conjures a mug of coffee into his hand and hands it to you.
Well, how about that? Thank you.
I was just wondering, like, can
take
you
it.
make iced coffee?
Please, for the
I've never heard of this iced coffee, but perhaps you could describe it in more detail.
Well, it's coffee with ice.
How peculiar. What sort of ancient sorcery is this?
Starbucks?
I do not know these strange terms, but the princess did inform me that the lot of you are from another world, so I expect you know many things that are but a mystery to me.
You should try it. You should really try it. I think you would love it.
When Chad says Starbucks, Sonny says, "Oh, Cloud Cup's better," and then he takes a sip of his coffee.
Oh, you were in Cloud Cup? Yo, that shit slaps.
Yep, few years.
Oh,
Is Cloud Cup a chain like Starbucks, or is it a local coffee place?
do you have like?
It's a chain.
Do you mean?
Okay.
Are you talking about Cloudy Mug? Because we've got one down the street.
Say, Cloudy
No.
Mug?
Please, for the love of any god that will listen, can I get a mug of coffee and some shoes?
Oh, here you go.
He conjures up a mug of coffee and hands it to you.
Thank you. And can I get some shoes that are not fish?
You're still. I mean, you're still barefoot,
I
right?
whispered,
Yes, I have socks, but they are.
Well, wait. When you
tatters.
touched the gem and got your outfit, wouldn't you have like the boots that come with the rest of the outfit?
I mean, maybe, but
Let's
it's
just
funnier.
say
if I
no.
didn't. It's funnier if I,
I don't
didn't.
think he conjures shoes. Probably just coffee.
Actually, as you look down, Robert, for the first time, you can actually see that your feet are like blackened and caked with dirt and mud, and you can actually see that you've got like a few splinters as well. Like the adrenaline's starting to wear off.
I want a bath and maybe to cry.
You can cry, man. You can just cry.
It's been a very, very
I
bad
start
day.
patting you on the back, like it's okay. It's okay, man. Just let it out. Just let it out.
Java laughs and looks over and he goes, "Heroes don't cry."
Well, that's
Is
some
the-
toxic shit.
is the coffee good, by the way? Like,
Yeah, it's great.
Oh,
It's great.
nice.
In fact, Sonny, it might be the best coffee you've ever had.
shit. I don't believe it. Some damn good coffee, Java.
What can I say? I'd go with my coffee.
Yeah, I gotta say, his antics gonna keep you up all night.
I get it.
So, Java, are you gonna be able to help us at all with this quest of ours? What's your part in all this?
He holds up a mug and takes a sip. The mug is also like a big like coffee mug, but it's shaped like a cute cat, like a cute cat face. He's got like a cute cat mug as he takes a sip.
Well, as the guardian of the reverie, it's my job here to stay in the city and protect the hero blade. So unfortunately, outside of the borders walls of the city, I can't do much to help you, but anything I can do to assist my fellow heroes, I will do in a heartbeat.
Huh. Right, of course. Huh. I look at my companions.
I don't know. I can't equip anything. I think I'm just literally stuck in these clothes for the rest of forever until we get out of here. So, because I can't really don or doff anything.
You're wearing a jacket, right? An overshirt?
Yeah, I'm wearing a Letterman's jacket.
Have you tried taking the jacket off?
I attempt to take my jacket off.
You do. Jacket comes off.
Oh, thank God, I can change my clothes.
Good, because when we go into the mountains, it's gonna, get pretty cold, so,
Well, I mean, I could probably just jump in your guys' inventory. I don't think it'd be cold in there.
Oh yeah, good point. So, I guess we should get ready for, to head off, or should we take a little break after all that excitement?
I need a bath, and I need shoes.
All right, let's
Java turns and
Before anything else
let's
happens.
get this guy
Java
some shoes.
turns and takes a sip of his coffee. Actually, Marlin, who's been standing here this whole time kind of in silence, says, "Oh, you need a bath? Fear not!" And he raises a hand towards you, Robert. And a blast of water just washes over you. You are blasted onto your back, and you're just kind of laying on the ground, completely soaked, staring up at the sky. The water is salty seawater, too, I will add.
I just look over at Marlin with like the most like unimpressed, just like upset look. I'm just like, my face is just yeah, you can't see my face. That's right. This is an audio platform.
Robert stares up at the empty sky with a look on his face that can only be read as in the moment of the wave crashing into him, his soul died and all amusement left his body. There is no more love for life
Sonny's
in
just
his soul.
just wiping some spray off of his face and looking down at you with pity, and offers a hand to help you up.
Robert, you kind of like, as like Sonny reaches down to hand to help you up, you kind of look to one side next to you where a fish is kind of laying, like from the current of water that was splashed onto you, and the fish, it makes eye contact with you, and you hear it say, "Run while you can."
I get up.
Did Sonny hear that?
Oh yeah, it's just there.
Oh god.
I get up. I look at my now soaked, salty clothes, and I go, right, well, we're not leaving today. That's for certain. And you can blame Marlin for that.
Oh, Marlin, what a stinker, am I right?
You hear Java say.
I have some choice words for him. Stinker is not one of them.
All right, well,
I'm helping!
We best find you a real bath, he says kind of under his breath to Rob without letting Marlin hear. Come on now, I'm sure there's a tub around here somewheres.
Java holds up his
I
hand.
am going back
and you see him
to the castle.
Java holds up his hand and you hear him say,
Well there, friends, before you run off and go anywhere, I should probably tell you a few things.
Such
Can
as...
I
wait.
spill the tea.
If you're looking for a place to spend the night, you can always stop by the inn to rest up and nurse your wounds. You can also stop at the shop to purchase items for your journey.
Speaking of which, do we get any like reward gold from, saving people? Like, do we get some cash for that?
You should always check defeated enemies. Sometimes they drop useful items, he says.
Oh boy.
I just have like a Saitama straight face, and I'm just like looking at him, just really.
He is smiling, holding his mug with like a default happy expression.
He looks like a corporate stock photo.
Exactly.
Now, I'm imagining he actually looks like Giga Chad, like the fucking thick ass jawline and just the fucking stubble and everything.
This is like the most muscular, like big, tough looking man. He's got like the square jaw with the butt chin.
Giga
But he's
Chad
also
for
Fabio
sure.
looking ass.
Yeah, big Arthas Menethil. He's also got like the long, flowing golden hair.
Yeah. Gotta have the hair. Sonny steps forward and holds out his mug and says, speaking of useful items, do you, I don't know, recycle these?
Oh, no, I have no idea what to do with them.
Okay. Sonny just tosses it over his shoulder.
Robert looks down at his coffee mug, which is now like at least 70% seawater and not coffee. He didn't even really get to drink any of it.
A fish pops up in the mug and looks up at you and is kind of gargling because it can't breathe all the coffee.
What coffee is
He
left?
pours it out
Oh, man.
and hands it back to Java.
Thank you very much.
All right, so
He lets out a deep sigh and then just goes, "Where is the inn?"
Yeah.
You actually see a couple of the fish that were created by the water seem to like transform into like wisps of like mist and like fade up into the sky and dissipate out of sight.
At least their misery has ended. Mine has only just begun.
So Thomas, since I have like inventory manipulation abilities, could I like go around and like loot the
What, the townsfolk?
not the townsfolk, but like go loot like the bodies of the slain enemies and put them
Yeah,
into
there were
our
a lot of
party's
skeletons.
inventories.
There was a lot of skeletons you guys did destroy. And Java did
Right.
say that defeated enemies do drop useful items. So you
Okay.
definitely could go around and check out some of these skeletons.
I might go around and help Chad with that. I'll go
Yeah.
look for shit.
Chad, since you're the first, Robert, I think you're still kind of like putting yourself together. So I think while you're like pouring out the cup and wistfully watching these fish turn into mist and fade into the sky with just like
Wishing I was them.
just staring off into the sky with a deadpan expression.
As the salty water begins to dry and I feel the salt pulling the moisture from
It
my
starts to
cells.
itch.
Sonny and Chad, you two step over to some of the piles of bones, and you actually spot something. You spot on the ground next to some of the fallen skeletons what appear to be some like fallen little coins, but the coins look weird. One coin looks like almost sort of pixelated, and then one looks like a little less pixelated, and then like a little like they get like more and more high definition. And there's 3 coins,
Huh.
and one of the coin has an 8 on it, one has a 16, and one has a 32 on it.
Weird.
Oh my god. Oh my god. So what you're saying is the currency's bits?
Oh,
I love
boy.
this. I love that so much.
Whoever designed this world had some kind of sense of humor. I guess I'll just pick up the 8 and look at Chad. Want the others?
As soon as you make contact with the coin, Sonny, it vanishes and your inventory box pops up, and you see there's a little slot next to your inventory slot. So it's not one of your like 20 available slots. It's like its own little box. The little 8 pops up and it says bits 8.
I see. I'll write that down then. Can Chad pick up the coins? Or is
I
it
gotta
just,
pick up a coin.
Chad, you go to pick up a coin and your hand sort of like makes contact where the coin is, but you can't pick it up.
Oh yeah, that's right. I can't
weird.
inventory things.
I guess
I could probably
Adams-
screw with it when it's in your inventory, but
Yeah.
not when it's on the ground.
Items can't pick up items. Interesting. Okay. Guess it makes sense, and I pick up the other coins.
Actually, when you try to touch it, Chad, I'm debating something here.
Hmm?
Give me a roll.
Mm-hmm.
And we're gonna call this. It's not. I'm just trying to remember what your specific things you get for your hero path.
Let's see. Glitch, break the system, equip, party members can equip me, traverse inventory. You can enter the party inventory at any time.
No, I'm looking at your boons. Finding exploits and noticing strange things. Okay, so I'm gonna say you're gonna boon to this roll. So roll me a d6. You need to roll a 4. Roll 2d6, so it's a boon roll. And you need to get a 4+.
Okay, I got a 2. Is that right?
Yeah, because you did not roll well. Okay, so yeah, you just can't pick up the coin. Nothing else seems to happen.
Weird. Okay. I'll pick the rest up then.
Okay, there is a 16-bit coin and a 32-bit coin as well.
So with my 8, I believe that adds up to 56 bits. All right. So is there any other things we find on the bones around here, or is that it?
Not that you two find, but Robert, you actually spot something that one of the skeletons has dropped on the ground.
In my listless, meandering eyes.
Yeah, you kind of like your gaze kind of pans over and you spot something on the ground. It looks like 2 scrolls.
I'm gonna go look at him.
You find 2 scrolls, and these are benefits.
Did they die and spawn off of what appears to be some kind of skeleton wizard?
No, it just looks like the normal skeletons that you guys faced.
Okay, so they can drop scrolls. Good to know.
You find 2 scrolls, and these are from your Scroll Master boon, which allow you to start the game with 2 scrolls.
Yes.
So I want you, there you go, put it in chat. You can read that. These are the 2 scrolls that you find.
Okay, Scroll of Floating, cannot sink in liquid for a scene. And Scroll of Snoop, your hearing becomes super sensitive for a day. All right. Buoyancy.
So yeah, you pick those up. They pop into your inventory slots, so you may add those to your inventory slots. Just a reminder for Sunny and Robert, you both have 20 inventory slots.
Right.
And obviously, Chad, you have none.
Yep. Yeah, it's the bane of my current character build at the moment. I don't have any inventory whatsoever.
You are the inventory.
It's true. It's true. I am. And hey, I'm a weapon or a shield too.
It's true. We still don't know what the implications of that are.
Well, we'll find out.
You also work as armor.
Sonny looks at Chad and says, well, when Rob's getting himself cleaned up, I think I want to check out this cloudy mug, or whatever he called it. I gotta compare coffee.
Yeah,
I just have to.
I could use some grub.
All right. Well, you want to come along? I guess I'll head there.
Marlon, so yeah, as your guys start to head off, Marlon looks at you and he says,
Shall I tell the princess you'll be back later, or?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Good luck.
He snaps his fingers, and in a blast of briny, salty seawater, he's gone. All of you get splashed with some water in the process.
I'd say the same to him, but I'm tired of getting wet.
Robert's eye twitches with the second instance of being covered in seawater in the past few minutes, and he looks back at Java and says, I reiterate, good sir, where is the inn?
Oh, the inn is just down the street across from the shop in the Cloudy Mug.
Okay, thank you. And I begin...
He then throws his coffee mug on the ground and sprints past all of you down the street as fast as possible.
Where are you going? Why the hurry?
He's the tutorial. He's waiting for us down there at the shopping district. And I begin to use the spear as a walking stick as I limp on my injured feet.
A couple townsfolk come up to you. A sort of young man and a young woman and a kid kind of hugging the leg of the woman. And the man comes up and he goes, I wanted to thank you. He looks at you, Chad, for helping us.
Yeah, just don't mention it. You know, I just wanted to make sure that you guys were safe.
I mean, I helped
He
a
blinks
bit
a few
too, but you know.
He blinks a few times when you say that, Chad, and then he swivels on the spot. So does the woman and the child to Robert, and then they say, "Thank you for saving us. We appreciate it."
You're welcome.
Here, as thanks, take this, and they hand you a little pouch.
I take the pouch.
They turn and head to one side, almost kind of robotically. It's very unsettling.
Yeah, this place is gonna take some getting used to.
Stop! You're violating the law.
Does it get added to my inventory as soon as I touch it?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
You are going to gain the bit pouch. So this is where I reveal another aspect of the game. You can only carry up to 300 bits at any given time. The pouch allows you to carry up to 600.
Nice.
So
Okay. Up to 600.
Very much like the giant wallet in Zelda.
Hey, look at that. So Robert, you do have the ability to carry more money.
Yes, I put down carry up to 600 total bits to have clarity, because the bit pouch carries an additional 300, giving you a 600 bit maximum.
Yeah, and also, can you also mark on your sheet, Sunny, because you have currently 56, so mark 56 out of 300, so you know what your maximum is. And the bits do not count towards your 20 inventory slots. They are separate.
Yes.
Yeah. You technically have 21 on your character sheet because you get to add one as bits.
Yeah, and then
right.
The bag does take up a slot, though, but since you have it in your inventory, its bonus is just kind of passive while you have it on you. Okay, so where are we going, gang?
I'm going to the inn.
I think we were going to go to the coffee shop or something. Try out the
Cloudy Mug. That's where me and...
You lads can do that.
Gonna go down to the malt shop.
Also, Robert, do you still have the giant dead fish? Because I do believe it was thrown out of your inventory in that fight.
I did not go and pick it back up.
All right, then you should probably remove that from your inventory because it's still there.
I already did.
Yep.
It sure is. Let me get rid of that.
Yeah, because you no longer have it. There is just a giant dead fish in the middle of the street, but then as you guys pass by, as you start to head down the road, you do see it turn into mist and fog and float up into the sky.
It's 20 slots total split between basic gear and treasure, right?
Yes.
Okay. And would the scrolls count as treasure or basic gear?
They count as treasure. Any like magical items usually count as treasure. And yeah, you basically watch the giant dead fish transform into this like mist and smoke and float up into the sky. And Robert, I believe since you are a what is it called? The Scald. I'm gonna allow you to roll a boon roll because of detail oriented. As you're watching these fishes like transform into like this smoke or this mist.
3.
3's not that difficult. You think that they're not real fish. You think that they're definitely conjurations of this wizard's magic. This is just the form that they take. Doesn't make them any less upsetting. But you think that it's not actually like real sea life. It's like weird, like sort of magical conjurations, which is also how they can talk. It's just like this very bizarre form of magic.
Do I think it would be possible that the fish are communicating the wizard's thoughts as technical manifestations of him?
A very interesting question. You have no idea.
Because if that's so, then the wizard knows something we don't, and he is desperately trying to warn us about it, with the constant odes of everything is torture, this is hell, run while you can. That adds an unsettling thought to Robert's mind as he limps along.
It is curious. You do actually sort of think about that, because it means that the magic itself is sort of an extension of the wizard himself. So that's an interesting question, and I think it's one that definitely rests in your mind uneasily.
I would say.
Yeah, that definitely has my brain going, and yep, I hate it.
I would actually say, even with that 3, I would say even, I would say with the 3, the fish's voices and the wizard's voice, even though the cadence is different, it does sound like the wizard's voice when the fish are speaking. I will say. It does sound like the same person's voice, just speaking differently.
I'm gonna have to try and look into that.
So they are extensions of the wizard.
Perhaps.
Confirmed.
It could just be it could just be they sound like him because they are manifestations of his magic. But I just thought I would add that in there.
He is going to sit on that for a little bit and try not to unnecessarily alarm, especially poor Chad. This poor young man.
I actually think out of the 3 of you, Chad looks the least disturbed.
Sounds like it, honestly.
Maybe.
I think it's because like I'm in a video game and I love playing video games, so I'm just rolling with it. But like also just like having like that commentary of like when you first play a video game, you're like, wait, what the fuck?
I, on the other hand, am reasonably disturbed. I'm like, people are here are weird. This world doesn't work right. Something's wrong.
Robert is having a bad time.
I want to remind you that everything is like super vibrant and bright. Like everything is like more colorful and like more like, I guess it feels like more alive and pretty than reality, but something about the place beyond that appearance,
like a Nintendo game color palette.
Yeah, so this place, it's so beautiful and vibrant and colorful, more colorful than even reality, you would say. But something about it is just, it feels fake. You know, like it is so pretty and colorful and lively, it feels wrong.
Yeah.
Almost like it's not real.
There's an artificiality to it that it's like on the surface it's very appealing, but like there's like a surface levelness to it that is unsettling.
Yeah, Sunny's like taking in the surroundings, just kind of thinking on that, like, I don't like it. Definitely something odd under the surface of this place. And yeah, I guess just as he's sort of making his way with Chad toward Cloudy Mug, like, I can't wait to be out of this strange existence.
As you get down the road, you eventually see 3 different buildings, one on one side of the street, the other 2 on the other side of the street, with 3 different signs. One of them just has, in big letters on a wooden sign, it says, shop.
Wow. Well, at least the signs are clear.
Next to it, you can see another sign that says, inn, connected to a second building alongside it. And then across the street, you see a sign that says Cloudy Mug, which is the only one that actually has a name. And it says Cloudy Mug, and you also see, Sunny, that the symbol on the sign is like eerily similar to the actual Cloud Cup logo.
But not similar enough as to get a cease and desist.
It's like similar, but not quite.
Sunny does kind of a double
It
take.
is creatively distinct.
They got an extra few swishes on it or something like that.
Huh.
That's weird.
It's like instead of a cup, because a cloud cup, it's like a cup like on a cloud, but in this it's Cloudy Mug, so it's a mug with like clouds spilling out of the top,
yeah, Sunny.
is that
like foam almost.
He briefly thinks of, this world being a simulation of some kind, and he just kind of shakes his head and he says, "Goddamn plagiarizer!" And then he starts walking toward Cloudy Mug to enter the.
If they have a Cloud Cup reference in the game, do you think that maybe the developer is local?
Huh. I hadn't thought of that before. Could be, though. Huh.
Yeah.
Depends on your definition of local. Local to the region, Cloud Cup's a chain.
Well, I mean, yeah, so is Dick's. Dick's Cheeseburgers are known in the Washington area, but they don't operate in any other state, so.
Yes, but, could be anywhere. Washington State's a big place.
Pretty sure we got cloud cups all over the country. I don't think that would be a reason. I don't know. Whoever could conjure something this elaborate, able to suck us into it, I don't know. They probably have a lot of money. I don't know. I doubt it's some kid in their basement.
Was it Jeff? Was it Jeff?
That gets a snort from Robert.
Jeff?
Where specifically, where are the 3 of you headed? Are you splitting up? Are you staying together?
I'm going to the inn because I am covered in salt. I am soaked to the bone. My feet hurt, and I need a bath.
Okay.
I'm going to Cloud Cup with the not Cloud
yeah.
Cup.
Yeah, me and
Cloudy
Chad are
Mug.
going to Cloudy Mug.
Okay, so I'll start with Robert. Robert, you step up to the door to the inn and you open it and you walk in. And you kind of do a double take because right behind the counter of the inn bar, you see Sir Java, except that he's wearing like an apron now and he has a big handlebar mustache.
Oh, no.
And he's like polishing a mug behind the counter and he goes,
Hello there, welcome to the inn.
Oh, that was my brother's shoe.
Let me guess. You, the shopkeeper, and the barista at the Cloudy Mug all happen to look quite similar.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Right.
Oh, no.
But
I don't like
Can I help
this.
you?
one moment, please. And I'm going to leave and go to the Cloudy Mug.
This is terrible.
You hear a... as you're heading towards the Cloudy Mug, Java with his mustache sprints past you over to the back of the building and runs inside it.
Oh my fucking
Of course.
god. So they're not even copies. It's literally the same bot. Oh no.
As the two of you enter Cloudy Mug, there's a crashing noise as a man runs into the room behind the counter and immediately starts making coffee. He has big glasses on with like a huge nose now.
Sunny said, "Oh,
Java, you're back. I didn't know you did Cloudy Mug, too.
Oh, I'm not Java, I'm Jeva.
So you're
And
telling
then
me that
from
he's got like the fucking Groucho Marx glasses on?
Yeah, yes, 100%.
I fucking love it.
and from behind you, you hear Robert say, "He's also the innkeeper." as I'm peeking through the door, and then I just turn and go back toward the inn.
He goes, oh no, that's Jova, no relation. He then sees Robert heading back towards the inn. He looks towards you and he goes, do you need any coffee? He like says it really quickly.
I facepalm and say, I'll need a minute.
He looks towards you, Chad.
Just actual fear and pleading in his eyes.
He looks desperate. He looks at you, Chad.
Chad, can you drink coffee?
Yeah, I can drink coffee, but I'll wait for a second.
He turns and sprints out the back of the room. There's a crashing noise, and as you look out the window, you see him sprinting across the street towards the inn.
Jesus Christ. I almost feel bad for him.
Doesn't it seem odd that instead of like, you know, having like an NPC in each area, that it's just one NPC that's moving between multiple areas?
Yeah, like, why would the programmer bother to just have the same bot running around? It just, I don't know.
Well, I guess it might be a thing because they were expecting, you know, one hero and not three, but it's also weird because...
That's right. Yeah, you're probably right about that.
But
there
it's
weren't
strange,
supposed to
'cause
be
it seems
three of
like-
us. Yeah.
I feel like if we all got sucked into the game in a similar fashion, then whoever sent us those tablets, maybe they don't.
Right.
Maybe it's somebody on the inside of this company, and they are trying to take it down from the inside by sending in 3 others.
Huh. By messing up the system, so to speak. Weird.
Or maybe they're trying to test it in some way? I don't know. Seems strange.
I don't think we'll find out any more in Cloudy Mug, but I could be wrong. I guess we can snoop around while he's gone?
Totally. Yeah, let's look around.
Yeah.
Robert, you ascend the stairs back into the inn, and you see a panting Java behind, now with the big mustache, going, hello, welcome.
Hello, I would like a bath and potentially a change of clothes.
A room. Would you like a room?
Do they have baths?
Yeah, best good baths.
And do I have extra changes of clothes?
Sure.
That doesn't sound very convincing.
Yep.
Hold on. He like disappears behind the desk, comes back up.
Yes, we could get you a room.
And do I have to go to the shop to get new clothes?
Yes.
I was hoping you wouldn't say that. Well, I'm going to go to the shop then. I'll be back.
He breathes a sigh of relief.
And don't forget your patrons at Cloudy Mug.
he says,
Oh, well, you're talking about my good friend, Gova?
Yes, of course. I'll see you at the shop, and I turn around and begin hobbling toward the door.
You won't see me at the shop. I don't run the shop.
And I exit the building.
Right.
And because I have no money, I am forced to go to Cloudy Mug to get some.
you exit the inn and immediately Java is sprinting across the street back towards Cloudy Mug. Real quick though, while they were having that conversation, Chad and Sunny, you two have a couple minutes to look around before Java comes sprinting back across the street. Or should I say Jeva?
Right,
Jova.
Before Jeva gets back.
No, Gova runs the inn, Alex. Silly.
Or I thought he did the shop. Wait, I'm confused. Never mind.
Technically, according to the princess, somebody named Adam Inn is the guy who runs the shop. Mr. Inn's shop.
What the okay. All right, yeah, so we poke around Cloudy Mug. What's the inside look like? What's going on?
It looks like it's like kind of like a medieval version of the inside of a cloud cup.
Okay.
Oh.
So I'm looking around for any kind of Easter eggs that would like give us a idea of like maybe like into like the developers' minds, because that's one thing that Chad really is. He's an achievement hunter, and he likes finding like all the Easter eggs and hidden things in games. So he's going to be.
It's There's a bunch of tables lined against windows. There's a lot of chairs. There's like a bar area, with like stuff to make the coffee at the Cloudy Mug, and some like obviously little shelves and cupboards that have like mugs and plates and other dishes in them, and you can see the little glass case that has like some confectionaries in it and whatnot. So clearly it's like a little like coffee slash like it's like a little coffee place slash you get like a croissant or like a bagel, stuff like that.
Sonny peeks behind the bar. Actually, he'll just walk back there and start looking at everything from a behind the scenes kind of perspective. As a former employee of Cloud Cup, that would be interesting to him.
As you go to walk around the counter, you hit an invisible force.
Whoa.
Okay, this is a job for me. I crack my knuckles and I walk towards it, and I'm going to I'm gonna no clip through the invisible wall, so I can kind of look and see like more details in the back.
Work your magic, Chad.
You come into contact with something solid. With a boon roll, I need you to, before you do any magic stuff, with a boon roll, when you come into contact with against this invisible wall, I need you to give me once again a boon roll with a 4+ being what you're going for.
That's a 5.
5, okay. When you come into contact with this invisible force, Chad, with a thud, something appears in front of you. Whoop! Like a little window box opens up with the following text. I would like you to read this out loud. This is what you see.
Object area barriers cannot be moved through by the following terms: items, basic, armor, weapons, potions, and scrolls, NPC, hero, enemy. Yeah. Huh.
What happened?
I don't know, Chad. I'd say you're hardly a basic item.
You think you can get through?
I am going to use my glitch powers to deactivate this command in the code.
What happens is you put your hand on this, and normally there hasn't been much interference because you've been just directly, sort of just messing with stuff and like affecting the things around you. But when you put your hand on this, there is an error that appears, and you are shoved backwards a few feet.
Whoa. You all right, Chad?
Yeah, I think that maybe there's some kind of like anti-cheat or something, or it was designed for me to not get in there. I have honestly no idea what just happened.
Oh man. I mean,
you look at your hand and you notice it's kind of flickering and moving in and out of focus for a minute, and before it settles back to normal.
So it seems like I can't adjust the overall rules that were set by the developer.
Weird. I mean, the key to all our questions could be hiding behind the bar of Cloudy Mug.
See,
there's another crashing noise in back, and the door is thrown open as Java slides into the room with his glasses and big nose on. He goes, "Hello, welcome to Cloudy Mug."
Java, what are you hiding back there? And I point behind the bar.
Coffee.
Right. Coffee.
So, hey Java, can you do me a favor and walk towards me and come onto the other side of the bar?
He blinks and then he turns his attention to Sonny.
Can you hear him? And I point at Chad.
Can I interest you in some coffee? Perhaps a confectionery.
Okay. Sure.
Are you sure you don't want to come over here and sit down, have a cup of coffee?
Can I interest you in some coffee? Maybe a confectionery.
Just try and come over here. Just
I don't
try and
think
come over here and take a seat.
You, Chad. Java, why don't you come around from behind the bar?
He blinks, and then you hear him say,
If you're looking for items, you could always stop by Mr. In's shop.
Oh boy.
Yeah.
All right.
I figured I'd give it a shot. Because anything that can move through that barrier is probably a person.
Person.
Like, because you can't be an NPC, you can't be a hero, you can't be an enemy, you can't be a potion or a scroll,
Right.
you can't be a weapon, you can't be an armor, and you
So-
can't be an item.
So Java's not an NPC.
If he can walk through there, he might not be an NPC. Whoever can walk through there is not an NPC. They are a person, but they do not have the hero, enemy, item, or scroll, or potion tag, or armor, or weapons.
Now, I want to be clear, you have not seen him walk through the area. He just comes in from the back room.
Right, and I'm establishing that there could be an unclassified category
Yeah.
that could actually get through those barriers.
Hey.
I would say this is the point at which Robert would enter,
Okay.
just so he can rejoin with you guys.
Hey, Rob.
Good evening, gentlemen.
How
I need
was
money
your
to go
bath?
buy new... I haven't had one yet, by evidence of the fact that I'm still soaking wet. I need money to go buy new clothes.
Hey, Robert, before we give you that kind of thing, you want to see something interesting? And then I put my hand on the invisible barrier.
Okay, yes, it's an invisible wall. There's probably plenty of them.
Can they see that?
That's how games
Can they
are designed.
see the menu, or can only I see the menu?
When it pops up, and you look at it, it does not appear that Robert or Sunny are seeing what you're seeing.
Okay. So, Robert, could you make sense of this? When I touch this...
hold on. I pull out a chair and I sit down because my feet hurt.
When I touch this, I don't think you guys can see this, but I'm seeing a menu. Like a pop-up.
Okay.
It says, object area barriers cannot be moved through by the following terms. Item, basic, armor, weapons, potions and scrolls, NPCs, heroes, or enemies.
Okay. Seems pretty self-explanatory to me. What do you need explained?
Here you go,
I couldn't
Robert.
glitch through it, Robert. That's the thing. I couldn't glitch through it.
Okay, well, I believe you count as an item, so that tracks.
Right, but it's interesting that I can't even like glitch it to like change the boundaries.
I hand Robert 16 bits.
Oh, well, thank you, Sonny.
I hope that's enough. I'm gonna try something. And I run around the back of the building and try to enter through the back.
You run around the back of the building and you get to a back door and you try to open it and it is locked.
Okay. I try to kick it open.
Your foot hits the door with a thud, but it does not appear to give way.
Okay. Guess I'm not strong enough to break it open. I go around back into the cloudy mug and I tell Chad, well, I tried to open the back door, but I couldn't. Maybe you can glitch through it?
I'm surprised there wasn't another invisible wall.
Maybe there is behind the door.
I'm gonna go around back, check the door.
I'm gonna go to the shop. I'll see you gentlemen in a moment.
See you in a moment,
All
bud.
right.
Chad, you go around and you go out back, and as you come around the corner, you see that there is no alleyway next to the building. There is a large, what appears to be kind of like wooden fence, and a bunch of crates and stuff stacked in around it. I want to point out that when you walked into this place earlier, that all that stuff was not there.
I turn around. I go back inside.
I'm probably behind you when you turn around, and I'm also looking at it like,
Yeah.
Was that there before?
No.
No, it
No,
wasn't.
that-
It appears
Someone's
having live patches.
Yeah.
I think that somebody's watching us play.
Someone's moving the maze as the masks are making their way through, so to speak. Well, I guess for now...
That could attribute to why you couldn't glitch through that wall. They've been trying to patch things.
I look up at the sky.
Anyway, I'm gonna go buy clothes.
I look up at the sky from the side of the cloudy cup, and I just like do 2 middle fingers up at the sky as if like,
Okay.
so, as if the programmer would see it. You see that? You see that? And then I just flop my arms
As I'm
down.
walking toward the shop, I turn around and I go, the only thing I feel a bit bad about is the fact that this is going to make Java's job much harder.
Fuck Java. He's an NPC.
Whoa.
Well, that's not kind.
From inside the cloudy cup, you hear, "You can always stop by Adam Inn's shop for useful items."
NPCs don't matter. No, just, so yeah, Sunny looks at Chad and says, well, I suppose we should just, I don't know, go along with the plot for now?
Yep. That sounds like what the programmers want us to do.
I just hope they
get some
don't,
coffee.
I just hope their plot doesn't end with us trapped here forever, or dead, or worse, or...
Oh, we'll find our way out of this one way or another, but we're going to have to be crafty, and we're probably going to have to be a bit more subtle about it.
Are you guys standing kind of like outside the cloudy mug right now, next to the blocked up alleyway? I assume.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just trying to get an idea of where you guys
Yeah,
are
we're
having
still
this conversation.
same spot, yeah.
Okay, so you guys are like right outside the cloudy mug.
Mm-hmm.
I have gone towards the inn, however.
Yeah,
Okay, Robert.
Or
has
not the inn,
turned.
the shop.
the shop.
In
yeah.
shop.
Okay. Yes, it just says shop above it, but you know Adam Inn is the guy who runs the place, according to the princess. They even have a jingle.
Oh, geez.
Do I feel hunger? Like do I need to
at
eat
the moment
in this world?
You don't feel hungry, and you haven't since you've gotten here.
Pause the game. Eat 400 wheels of cheese.
Yeah.
I would say at the moment, no, you do not feel hungry.
Interesting, because I'm just wondering, I'm like, well, if we're gonna go along with the plot for now, I suppose we should make sure we have everything we need for the journey. I don't know if we need, like, rations. I don't feel hungry myself. I don't know if you feel hunger here.
Am I hungry? I did say I was hungry earlier, but I don't know if I actually was hungry.
I don't think, no, you definitely aren't.
Okay. I think I just eat when I'm bored, and right now my character is bored, and so they want to eat.
Honestly, though, as someone who was highly athletic in their high school age, I respect that. I identify with that. It's just like you're usually so hungry all the time that you just develop a habit of eating whenever you're not doing anything else.
All right, so are we heading towards the shop?
Yeah, I suppose. We'll head toward
Sure,
the
why
shop
not?
with
Okay.
Robert.
Okay.
I'm
So
limping along using a spear as a walking stick.
So all of you approach the shop and move up the steps to the front door and open it. Inside is a bunch of shelves and racks with things hanging on them. Sort of just a big open room. And at the far end, there's a big desk with a bell on it and a door that leads, kind of in back to the back of the shop. And it's just kind of a one-room shop. And there's also like a glass case at the front desk with like some more valuable items you can tell kind of behind the glass. And yeah, you don't see anybody though when you enter. Just a bell. And what looks like a folded like kind of piece of paper that's kind of like sitting on the front of the desk.
I go up and I ring the bell.
Ding! You do a little ding. As you do a little ding, you look down, Robert, and you see the paper is actually slightly folded at the edges, but it's actually left like unfurled, and you can see there's like a little rock holding it down on the front, and it has something written on it.
What does it say?
I will put it in the chat, and you can read it. Just read the note.
Okay. The note reads, "Hey there, I've stepped away to take care of something. Sorry I missed you. If you need anything, please speak with my assistant, Sugar and Spice. I'll see you when I'm next in. Ha ha."
Okay.
Or when next I'm in. Ha ha. He should. And Robert reads the note and then just says, if he wanted to make the pun better, he should have added the extra N.
Right. Sugar? Spice? Hello?
You
No,
hear
it's. I suppose it is assistants plural, sugar and spice. Fair
you
enough.
hear two pairs of giggles as floating down from the ceiling in front of the desk, side by side, a sort of rueful expression on both of their faces. You see what appears to be two fairies.
Oh. Wow.
One with fluffy white hair, and the other with ginger hair and freckles, as they both give smiles. One of them says, "Oh, hello there." And the other one says, "All right, what can we do for you?"